the end of this month or next month. But in Philadelphia, Laurel Hill Cemetery does their Gone But Not Forgotten, uh, on the actual cemetery ground. So if you love dark horror themed artwork and creators, that is such a good one. You get to walk around the actual cemetery grounds, and it's like you can go to Laurel Hill on any day and check out the grounds as well because like there's some historic stuff. They do Poe and like Poe readings on there. They do movies and on the cemetery. So if dark and spooky is your vibe and you are in the greater Philadelphia area, come on down for that stuff. It's super cool. We saw like 25% of the Doylestown one. Yeah, I know it's a big one. I also know Manayunk has their art festival, and that's another big one where it's like, if you wanna see everything, you literally just gotta walk past everything. But that's awesome that you got to do that, Darth. Like, I always love going like, I've missed going out to these, um, craft shows because I have a small child and trying to manage him, and it's a lot, and I know he can get overstimulated with sound. We have his headphones, but, like, there's some days where it's a lot to do. Gotta head out, but thanks for sharing the box in the chat. Absolutely, Randallin. Thank you for hopping on. Like I said, I'm gonna do a full breakdown of the products that they Paint Puck send me in a video probably, if not this week, next week. I'll be doing that. So keep an eye out for that. And like I said, if you don't want to wait for the giveaway and you want to buy some stuff, like I said, in TikTok in my showcase, or you can always head over to my on my the link in my bio and check out my Benable lists because, like I said, I have all the Paint Puck stuff there, as well as a bunch of other art supplies and books that I enjoy using. So again, any support through that would also mean the world to me. Dark Humanium is so crowded. It does get very crowded. That is definitely one of those things. Like I know they try to do some side street stuff. I haven't been there again in a while. I would love to go again, but like I said, I got to manage a small child, and that's hard to try to enjoy the artwork and manage and be dad. So I get it. Um, it's still crowded for this, but their food truck festival, the Manayunk Food Truck Festival, I am so excited to get back to, though. I think that I'm more excited than the art festival because I'm such a fucking foodie, and our kid is really enjoying exploring a lot of things, so that's gonna be great. They also apparently his grandmother, my, mother-in-law, is coming up in October, and she wants to do things. Apparently, Manayunk is going to be having a mac and cheese crawl, and as any toddler is, mac and cheese is like one of the 4 major food groups. The others being, I think, like berries, um, ice cream, and what's the other one? Mac and cheese is like his noodles. Yes, a mac and cheese crawl, not a pub crawl, a mac and cheese crawl in Manayunk, and like, I don't know what it entails. This is the first time I've ever heard about it, but I'm like, my kid is gonna absolutely go ape shit. Like, kid's not gonna poop for an entire week. I might not poop for an entire week, but it's gonna be awesome if we do it. Yeah, very much danger. Like, the only thing I can hope for is, like, instead of, like, "Here's a full plate," it's like, "Here's a small cup of our mac and cheese." Because that would be the best way to do that. Because I could not see it, like, I could not see doing a whole mac and cheese crawl, with full-size portions. That not good. Hey, Shay, welcome to the live. You did sadly just missed the unboxing not too long ago. Paint Puck, there we go, was generous enough to send a lot of their products, my way because I just they like what they saw when like in my videos and they popped into a live and they liked it. Paint Puck, yes. This stuff right here. Um, they're a brush cleaner. Paint Puck. Yes, for spelling. If you're not familiar with it, yeah, like Paint Puck is my I use their ultimate rinse cup regularly, and I love this. And like if you're a painter who like has like just a cup or a brush, like if you've used like the Michaels or like the AC Moore paint cleaners, like um they have the hard plastic ridges to help clean your brush. They're good, but they're still fairly damaging. Paint Puck makes the same thing, but it's silicone rubber. So it does all the same work, but it's a lot gentler on your brushes, which is something I absolutely love. And this is like their daily driver, their standard paint puck. You can just toss this into like a coffee mug, a glass, a jar, a bowl, and it's got a suction cup on the back so it stays in place. So these are cool. They were so generous. They sent me, like I said, I took one out of the bag, but they sent me 6 of their standard paint pucks. They sent me a pack of their mini paint pucks, which they say can be used for more delicate paint brushes, or oil paints. You putting them in turpentine or mineral solvents, they apparently grow to twice the size, which is really cool. In the bottom of the cup in the water, yes. So you can take one of these guys, like I said, it's got a suction cup, plop it in the bottom of your cup before you fill it up, preferably. Pop it down and then fill it up with water, and this helps just clean the brushes. It helps just agitate the bristles. Um, like you got your brush, when you at the bottom, you can just run it through that, and it helps agitate the brushes to get a lot of that excess paint that would otherwise be hiding deeper in the brushes that way. So these are awesome for that. Like I said, these are their standard ones, which are great, better than a baby, absolutely better than a baby wipe. Yeah. They sent me 2 of their ultimate rinse cups. This is the alt. I know it. Look, they were generous enough to send this stuff to me for free. So I'm gonna talk about 'em. Like I said, I'm gonna do a full-on video of a review, and, like, they're not paying me to say nice things. Like I said, they sent me some free shit because they saw I was using it in one of my lives and videos, and they were like, "We like" apparently, they really like supporting small creators, and they sent it to me for free. So that's awesome. But they sent me 2 of their ultimate rinse cups, one in the 4-inch size, one in the 6-inch size, and then this is their newest thing, which I showed earlier. I can do it again. I know we got some people who still saw the original one. This is cool. I do plan on doing a giveaway for my 2-year anniversary of Art Dad, so this stuff will be included. Oh, and stickers. So many stickers. The paint puck shirt and the paint puck bucket hat. We'll do that. I'm not a hat guy, though. If this is not part of the giveaway, maybe for my kid. We'll see. This is their new thing. And actually, this is kind of the one thing I was most excited for. So this might be the one I keep because we were talking about, especially with kids knocking over stuff. This is their collapsible. It expands out, which is so damn cool. I do have a kid. I know. Art dad. I mean, I think I've talked about him on multiple occasions. But I think I made a video a while ago. Like part of me being art dad was actually, being a dad first. There's a kitty. Hi, Porcini. I know. Yeah. But I legitimately, like, when I started the art dad thing, I very much was like, I didn't want to do this before I actually had a kid. But yeah, it's an on-the-go paint cup. It actually does have a little hole here with reinforced metal so you can clip a carabiner to it. They do say, travel clip not included, but collapsible, nice and flat. But one of the things I tested this out earlier. We'll clean this off again. You can pop it down and it sticks. Like, I hope I'm not overselling it, but like this is lifting up my table. So it is stuck on there until you slide it off. So if you have small children who want to paint, yeah. Like I said, I might be keeping my old faithful dirty one for a bit longer because honestly, it's if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And keeping the collapsible for myself just because I like it, and my kid will not knock it over. But like I said, that still means I have like a bunch of the standard paint pucks to give away, two of the ultimate rinse cups, and the pack of mini pucks to give away. Because like the biggest thing, like I said, I would not. This would not have happened if it wasn't for the fact that you guys have supported me